Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of the Rush Hour podcast. We have a very busy day again for you today regarding Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively as the subpoenas are rolling in. This morning on the Rush Hour podcast, we discussed that Blake Lively is trying to get phone records.
For those who are not in the Hollywood world, what is wrong with her taking over the film?
I've never seen it before in my 30-plus year career in Hollywood. And an executive producer is below a producer in the film world. An executive producer signed up to be an executive producer, and that's it.
She obviously couldn't let it go.
No.
And like, he's just probably like, I just want to watch the movie, not in a basement, please.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's his movie. He's producing it. He's directing it. Like, his production company is the one that's overseeing all the details of this, right? So it's like he's been working on this film for years, and then Blake comes in, tries to hijack it, and it's just...
Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively are both well-respected figures in Hollywood, but a recent live interaction between them has sparked major controversy. Fans were left shocked when Baldoni seemingly humiliated Lively during a public appearance, leading to widespread speculation and debate. The incident, which unfolded in real time, quickly went viral, with social media buzzing over what exactly happened. Was it a misunderstanding, or did Baldoni intentionally call out Lively? Here's a closer look at the shocking moment that has everyone talking.
Discovery, where they share all of the information that may prove her case, and also Justin will seek information that will prove his. The only problem is that Justin's side is now responding, saying, hey, this isn't right. They just want blanket call logs of everything that went down. They'll use this to smear my client. So I'm going to share what Justin Baldoni had to say, but let's just do a quick refresher of the subpoenas, and then we've got our lawyer friend explaining why they think this is all just PR. So, sending out a series of subpoenas to cell carriers AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, as well as alleged social media manipulator Jed Wallace, the Gossip Girl vet, and Ryan Reynolds want to get a look at the real receipts.
And then there are other moments to go like, am I the in the room? Like, what is happening here? I would show up on a set. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to fill.
While Lively's legal team insists that every frame corroborates her allegations of inappropriate behavior, Baldwin's camp maintains the exchange was entirely consensual and benign. As both sides gear up for a courtroom showdown, the raw footage is intensifying public debate over who's really telling the truth, leaving fans and industry insiders to wonder which side the evidence will ultimately favor.
Lively accused Justin Baldoni of acting creepy towards her and how the whole set was super tense all the time. But I don't know, that kind of looked like two co-stars getting along. Moving on to another portion of the video, in her lawsuit, Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of making inappropriate comments about her body, which in his lawsuit, Justin Baldoni countered, saying, actually no, Blake Lively was the one who made fun of my nose. Roll the tape.
It's so nosy. I know. And my nose is so big.
Yes. I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then,
God.
Recently released footage shows Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni sharing a slow-motion dance scene meant to depict their characters' growing connection. According to Baldwin's team, the video captures a spontaneous, unscripted interaction between the two actors. They engage in lighthearted banter, with Baldoni playful, commenting it smells good, referring to Lively's scent. In response, Lively jokingly mentions her body makeup. Baldwin's representatives stressed that the moment was filmed with mutual respect and professionalism, clarifying that there was no intention to overstep boundaries.
Lively's lawsuit, she accused Justin Baldoni of trying to kiss her without her consent during intimate scenes, and she also accused him of making uncomfortable comments, saying that she smelled good.
Let's score another.
I'm getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
And they win! They won! All right, cut. I think we got plenty.
Yes.
Slow motion.
It's also important to note that earlier on in the footage, Blake and Justin actually agree that they don't want to physically kiss because they want to leave the audience wanting more. And it looks like Justin respected that in that video. Again, obviously this is a receipt from Justin Baldoni's legal team, so of course it's going to paint him in a better light. I think it just once again made this situation that.
However, Lively's legal team has strongly refuted these claims, asserting that the footage corroborates to the letter her version of events in her lawsuit. Lively alleges that during a similar slow dance scene on set, Baldwin leaned in too close and engaged in behavior she describes as inappropriate and unprofessional.
It's really destroying Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's image, bro.
What happened?
It all revolves around like fake allegations towards Justin Baldoni, right? So Blake Lively's claiming that there were sexual assault allegations towards Justin Baldoni, and Justin's like, I have all the receipts, I have all the videos. So it's just a lot of drama.
Do you think this is fake beef like Drake and Kendrick?
No, because I think that for either one of them, it's just like detrimental to their career. You know what I mean?
But it ends with us. I want to make this very clear. Ryan Reynolds, if you get past this clip of us talking about your relationship, just know, I don't care. I still love you, man.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
love your movies. I love everything you did.
I actually hope things get so complicated and terrible for you guys that you guys break up and then I slide into Blake Lively's life. That's what I hope.
I defend Justin Baldoni in this lawsuit with Blake Lively because I think she's horrible and she's made up this whole thing because she tried to steal his movie. But he is the most overly feminized man I've had to endure in recent history. Everything he says is self-flagellating over the fact that he's a man, but he's, to me, is sort of the embodiment of what happens when you totally emasculate a man. And then she continued, she took that stiletto and stuck it in his heart when he was down there self-flagellating, being so sorry for anything having to do with his testosterone. And so that's what happens to you, right? You run into somebody who seems like a witch who will take advantage of you and hurt you until finally even that kind of a guy rises up. Now, he didn't do it himself exactly. He hired a badass named Brian Friedman. And he has badass women like me defending him. Mm-hmm. But slowly but surely, I think the male class is learning down on the floor, squirming and apologizing for being a man is not the.
According to her complaint, his actions ranging from repeatedly leaning toward her to making offhand comments created an uncomfortable environment that she perceived Lee's as a form of misconduct. This raw footage, therefore, has become a crucial piece of evidence in the ongoing litigation.
PR move, Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit, and I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked, and instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going all the way to the wall on this. His lawyer is already giving interviews explaining just how nasty her team has played this. The lawyer's name is Brian Friedman. He stopped by the Megyn Kelly show, and here's some of the things that he had to say. First, he says there used to never be a sexual claim. There never was a sexual claim until she went to that civil rights office. Take a listen.
There was actually no allegation of sexual harassment until the lawsuit was filed.
We're going to be talking all things Blake Lively and her legal complaint that she's filed against her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Yes, the It Ends With Us movie drama does in fact not end. What's interesting about this story to me is the Justin Baldoni of it all. He is a self-proclaimed male feminist. He's woke. He speaks out against sexual assault and sexual harassment, even toxic masculinity. And now in this legal complaint filed by Blake Lively, he's being accused of sexual harassment.
I challenge you to see if you can use the same qualities that you feel make you a man to go deeper into yourself. And will you be man enough to stand up to other men when you hear locker room talk, when you hear stories of sexual harassment, when you hear your boys talking about grabbing ass or getting her drunk? Will you actually stand up and do something so that one day we don't have to live in a world where a woman has to risk everything and come forward to say the words "Me Too"?
This is gonna be really awkward if these allegations are true. I will say, just for the record, I'm not a fan of either of these individuals, and something about both of them rubs me
Interestingly, the narrative surrounding Lively's on-set behavior is not entirely one-sided. In an old clip from a television appearance, Lively was seen reacting to a remark about her scent in a remarkably composed manner. During that appearance, a host casually told her that she smells good, a comment she took as a compliment rather than a slight. In that instance, Lively's demeanor was relaxed and confident, and she did not appear offended.
Anderson Cooper was working for ABC, and when she enters the stage on this talk show or morning show, whatever it was, with Kelly Ripa as well, he says, "Oh, you smell so good."
Stunning Blake Lively.
You smell good.
Incredible. So what? So pretty.
Yeah, he said she smelled good, and she said thank you. She did not sue him for SH for saying that. As we know, she said in the lawsuit that Justin Baldoni had told her that she smelled good and she felt really uncomfortable.
However, the situation seems to have evolved over time. In the same clip, another moment stands in stark contrast. When Lively is asked a pointed question about her wardrobe, her reaction is noticeably more defensive and agitated.
I couldn't find the actual video about that, but I did find this video on Access Hollywood when they're actually discussing it.
And she was there for an important cause, but she was asked what her go-to power outfit is.
All right, she went on to challenge the reporter by asking, would you ask a man that? Should she expect this sort of question?
I think she should expect it, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not as if it was someone else. Blake Lively kind of makes her brand being a fashionista. But a lot of times these celebrities, their reps send out press releases on what they're wearing. Yeah. They want to be asked what they're wearing.
Blake Lively has been accused of attempting to seize control of the project. Justin Baldon's attorney Brian Fredman expressed astonishment at Lively's alleged actions, stating he has never seen this before in his 30-year career. Fredman contends that Lively's efforts to dominate the film's production are both unprecedented and manipulative.
Time progressed in this film. She decided that she wanted to be a producer. She started to make edits. She wanted to be part of the editing team. There were people hired, like human beings actually hired to do the editing job, who had done work as editors. She wanted to be part of that team. The next thing you know, she took over the editing. She started making threats that she wouldn't promote the movie, that she wanted to be in control of marketing of the movie, that she would do nothing in terms of promotion unless she was the
editor. The dispute originated during the chaotic filming of the romantic drama It Ends With Us, where behind-the-scenes conflicts eventually erupted into a legal showdown. Blake Lively, celebrated for her elegance and impressive acting career, is now entangled in controversy after lodging complaints against Justin Baldoni, accusing him of misconduct on set.
Baldoni is now involving Taylor Swift in his lawsuit against Blake Lively. So Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist for over $400 million for all the It Ends With Us drama. Now he's name dropping Taylor Swift, Blake's bestie, in the mix. Thankfully, Taylor Swift is not being sued, but she's mentioned in his 179-page paper complaint, and he's alleging that Taylor's fame was used to pressure him during production. And it really all stems from this penthouse situation where Blake and Ryan live. Apparently there was a meeting there with all of them, and Taylor Swift was actually present, and Blake ended up rewriting one of the scenes. And even after the meeting was over, Baldoni texted Blake this, saying, "I gotta put my glasses on for this one, the font is too small. Also was working on the rooftop scene today. Really love what you did. Makes it so much more fun and interesting, and I would have felt the same way without Ryan and Taylor."
The allegations, ranging from claims of misconduct to accusations of a retaliatory smear campaign, have not only rocked the film's production, but also ignited a media frenzy.
Followed by an attempted PR takedown of her to cover his own ass from people finding out what he did to her. In an article titled, "We Can Bury Anyone," Blake Lively heroically shared her story, and the world was on her side because it looked like she was just trying to take down a predator in Hollywood. So Justin Baldoni and his ace lawyer launched an all-cylinder fire attack to clear his name, and he started by suing the New York Times, saying that article was just published because it was paid for by Ryan Reynolds, and it was a multi-layered scheme planned out by Blake and Ryan to take down Justin. And I think it's pretty common knowledge that the mainstream media will lie on behalf of their powerful friends or anyone who pays them off to say so.
Baldon's attorney Brian Fredman has firmly denied allegations that his client attempted to damage Lively's reputation. Fredman contends that the accusations are part of a vicious attack orchestrated by Lively's team involving media manipulation and the presentation of evidence out of context. He emphasizes that Baldon's crisis management team operated within standard practices, focusing on hypothetical scenario planning rather than any concerted effort to smear Lively. Fredman asserts that the narrative against Baldoni is demonstrably false and promises to provide evidence to support his client's position.
We plan to release every single text messages between the two of them. We want the truth to be out there. We want the documents to be out there. We want people to make their determination based on receipts.
Justin Baldoni is firing back after Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against the actor, accusing him of unprofessional and sexually inappropriate behavior on the set of It Ends With Us. She also accused him of coordinating a smear campaign.
Was there a coordinated smear campaign to bring down Blake Lively?
100% no.
Baldoni is now suing the New York Times after the paper published a story about Lively's allegations.
Do you plan to sue Blake Lively?
Absolutely.
You will?
Yes.
Baldoni claims that the text messages in Lively's lawsuit were taken out of context or excluded. The New York Times said in a statement that they stand by their reporting and plan to vigorously defend against the lawsuit. Lively said previously that she hopes her suit helps pull back the curtain on these sinister retaliatory tactics to harm people who speak up about misconduct.
It turns out that Blake Lively was caught on tape talking about how she manipulates people around her in order to take control of the movies upon which she works. Oops!
I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled.
Oh my God. And then she did exactly that to Justin Baldoni, apparently. If you want to write your own script, you should go write your own script. If you want to sign on to a movie with the understanding that you're going to actually make script changes, then great. But if the idea is that you sign on as an actor and then you turn around and try to take control of the script, this makes you
As the legal battle between Blake Lively and her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni continues, recent developments have further escalated tensions. Lively's legal team attempted to secure an extension to submit an amended complaint, intending to present new evidence against Baldoni. However, the judge denied the request, stressing the importance of maintaining the court's established timeline.
Well, Blake No Teeth Lively has experienced yet another court loss. So she wanted to amend her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, right? The judge said, okay, cool, you have until Valentine's Day, February 14th. And now Blake Lively was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute, we're not ready to present yet. And she was asking for an extension until March 5th. And then the judge said, okay, why? And she's like, duh, because I'm Khaleesi and I said so. And then the judge was like, LOL, yeah, no, I'll give you until Monday. I'll give you a couple extra days. You have until Monday, but you don't have until March 5th. And so now she has until this upcoming Monday, which is February 17th, to figure out what she's going to amend in her complaint. And initially there were rumors that the amendment was going to come with some sort of statement from Jenny Slate, who played Justin Baldoni's sister in It Ends With Us.
The recent reports suggest that Lively's denied amendment request aimed to introduce a statement from co-star Jenny Slate. Slate has publicly supported Lively, describing the allegations against Baldoni as terribly dark, disturbing, and wholly threatening. This development highlights the intensifying dispute with both parties, preparing for the trial set for March 2026.
And so people were assuming that maybe Jenny was going to be some sort of star witness, that this was going to be the smoking gun, maybe she had something that she witnessed that she was going to bring to the table, right? Well, then all the internet sleuths went and dug up an old interview that she did on the Anna Faris podcast where she basically pokes fun at hitting her ex-boyfriend, which doesn't really make her a strong star witness after all, which may possibly be why Blake's team is now asking for this extension, because what they were planning on bringing to the table has now fallen through. Now, that's all speculation and those are all people's theories, but it kind of sounds plausible. Regardless, whatever Blake Lively's doing, she's not ready to amend her lawsuit, and it doesn't seem like she has a strong case, because if she had a strong case, why would she need all of these extensions?
The leaked footage has caused more than just legal trouble for Blake Lively. It's also reportedly stirring tension in her marriage. Sources claim that her husband, Ryan Reynolds, is feeling jealous, as the scene bears a striking resemblance to a moment from Green Lantern, the film where he and Lively first fell in love with emotions running high. Speculation is growing about how this controversy is affecting their relationship behind closed doors.